He's like, that's the wolf shark with the guy. I'm like, oh, he's ready.
Oh, it's so deep.
Have a sense of humor. Good laugh does more for the stomach muscles than 5-minute setting up exercises.
Guys, I better not get fired for this.
The most entertaining and offensive show around. Out of the Baldwinsville CrossFit Studios in the Average Joe's Entertainment Complex. It's Bourbon and Barbells.
So, Newman, you really think Rodney King deserved it?
Oh, what are you doing? You start with that. Jesus.
All right, Bourbon and Barbells is coming at you.
Jesus.
Can't we all get along?
Oh, my God. Why would you say that?
I'm just repeating what you said.
I didn't say that. Oh, my God. And goodbye. That was awesome. Oh, man.
So, Newman struck again last week.
Yeah, sorry about that, guys. Hey, listen, it was an accident. It really
happens, but
it does happen. But you were not Joe. Be honest. You held it in pretty good. That was when we found out that the recording was wrong. I almost just ran to the thruway. I was just gonna leave Syracuse.
Well, you know, we're holding ourselves to higher standards because it's really starting to take off, and
yeah,
we're gonna start punishing ourselves as mistakes happen.
Oh God.
So we purchased an ice bath.
Ugh.
So Newman messes up again. He's doing the whole podcast from an ice bath.
Okay, so I kind of got wind of this ice bath, and I have been at home practicing in the shower.
How'd that go?
I made it about 20 seconds today. I went home and took a little shower this afternoon, and I'm like, I'm going to turn the warm water down slightly, and sure enough, got it to about 20 seconds. No way.
Just slightly?
It was
that's
not
like,
all the way to cold, but it was freezing.
Yeah, what is it, like 60 degrees though?
I mean, but it's fucking cold.
No, it's brutally cold because I'm going to try this. I'm going to try this again tomorrow morning where I'm going to wake up and just kind of do 90 seconds in the ice cold water.
I think I read this bullshit in like Men's Health magazine. Like if you don't have a cold plunge tub, but to take a cold shower. Like for
Start your day.
But it was like the month of March.
Yeah, but you're talking 60 degrees, 32 degrees.
But you don't have that as an option. But like either way, like it's cold. There's not an ounce of warm water. You just got cold water on, and you're butt naked, just like, all right, 3
shrinkage,
1, boom, and then you try to fight it out for 3 minutes.
I will be honest. I did pack a towel and some swim trunks because I thought I was going to get punished pretty hard today. I was like,
you got lucky I couldn't find a part.
Oh, well, Joe sent me a message about 11:30. He said, pack trunks. I was like, oh, God, I'm dead. Dead man walking. Oh, man. Oh, I'm ready, though. I'm ready to try it. I've been wanting to try something like this. And
those that listened last week, Matt Myers found a whole supply of messengers from July 1993.
Messengers that you were supposed to deliver to people's houses that you hid under his mother's porch.
It was July. It was hot.
It was hot. You got paid, though, right?
Yeah.
To deliver him to his mom's porch.
The best is no one called. Like, that's when people were nice back then.
Oh, yeah, but he brought the messengers in, and we actually read through them. There's some old school Beeville stuff in those things. It's kind of funny. Old B Drugs was in that ad. And a B Drugs ad. I don't know. No one probably knows what B Drugs is.
I mean, so that's like circa 1988,
It was 1993.
1993. Oh.
Oh, yeah. It had some cool stuff in it. But I don't know.
So wait, you guys were like 14 and 15 then?
Yeah, I think I was 14, yep. Yeah, he went on vacation, and I told him I'd help him out. So I did 5 houses, so.
Welcome.
It's literally all the houses right there off the Tappan and stuff, too. So it's like, they're right there.
And you just gave up after 5.
I've had enough.
I'm done.
I probably went in his barn and jerked off or something.
Okay. To the messenger? Sick fuck.
Well, another hidden compartment he doesn't know, there's nudie magazine somewhere at his mom's house.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I have another confession I have to say next time he's on. You just reminded me of something with his dad.
What?
All right, so I spent 3 hours registering my boat today.
Oh, wow. How was that?
DMV is just the happiest place on earth.
Great people watching.
They are just miserable cunts.
Miserable people.
Well, the thing that I really wanted to bring up was, so watching these kids take their permit test, every single one of them pulled their phones out, started talking on their phones, and
during the test.
What?
And the one kid's like, "You tell me I couldn't." Like, you're taking a test.
You're taking a freaking test.
Well, that's the standard now, right? They do that shit in school too.
Yeah, they can bring their phone. No, actually, some of these, like a few of these middle schools here, and they're not allowed to bring them into class. So they've got to stay in their lockers because these phones do everything now. They do everything. You don't have to freaking.
Oh,
my bad.
I thought that was entrance music. Someone's coming through the door.
Yeah. More. Here's your more.
He's not singing gangster rap.
Oh no, he's not singing at all. Actually, sucks. Sorry.
So I wanted to start off with this idea I had. My son's a lot older than your guys' sons, but advice that you give your son that you want him to stick by.
Okay.
And I'm just going to say my biggest thing I always said to him was about stick up for yourself. Don't pull up with bullies, because growing up I got bullied. I hate bullies or whatever. And the only fight he's ever been in his life was a kid was getting bullied, and Corbin, who was always a monster.
He is a monster.
Picked the kid up, like the kid was like a senior too, and Corbin was like a sophomore. Picked the kid up and
Oh, I
threw him.
remember this, yeah.
And he was so scared I was going to be pissed at him when he got home, and I was never prouder.
That's awesome.
But the other thing I always put across to him was they're all pink on the inside.
It's always an option.
Yep, roll them down.
At least that's what my dad told me.
Flower.
Right? Don't
They're all
chase him,
pink.
just replace him.
Don't chase. Find it.
And the
Okay,
number
look at it.
one advice, if you're arm wrestling, you better go over the top.
Over the top. Okay, turn that hat backwards.
That's some sound advice.
That's some sound advice.
Do you just stick by those 3 rules?
It's funny, though, you said that about bullying because my son today came back from summer camp and he was bullied today.
Oh,
At camp, the kid walked up to him and slapped him right in the face and
really?
pushed him off the swing that he was on. And
Do you say I hate your
didn't-
dad?
Your dad's an asshole. No, but he didn't take it, but he did take it. And we had to talk about it. And I said, listen, hands, you're not
You
to
say
put hands.
don't be a pussy?
Yeah, well, I said that to him. I said, and I said it just like that. I'm like, stop. Like, if this kid does this, just get kicked out of camp. I
He's
don't
got
give
a
a shit.
cast on. He's got a weapon.
Or he's got a friggin' weapon. Just rock that
Blunt
kid.
object, yeah. Well, it's funny because he had, Wes had an incident 2 days ago where he actually got written up for bad language, but the kid hit him in the...
What do you say?
I wasn't told what he said.
Oh.
But the kid hit him in the nuts. But
Really?
Yeah. Well,
Maybe it's the same kid. We'll have to
It might
compare
be-
notes.
it might be the
because
same
this
kid,
kid's
but-
I'm sure it's something that he heard in this gym.
But he didn't hear that one thing that one time. Because we talk shit, but we don't call people bitches. Like I don't know, a bunch
So he
of...
called him a bitch?
Well, I don't know what was said,
that's
but
awesome.
like somebody got hit in the genitals.
No, I think there's a random bully there that's kind of walking around just being a dick.
Well,
and
I can process of elimination. I could see probably 1 or 2 of them.
Well, I'm going to sit in the parking lot and look for this kid's dad. I'm going to give his dad a little bit of a talking to. So,
No, you get one hit on him.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
I'm
that
just
one
gonna make-
elbow. Yeah.
One elbow.
Just clear as day. Make sure your son's your responsibility. My son's my responsibility. And if your son hits my son again, I'm going to hit you.
That's all right. I'll walk in
What
there
if he's
too.
a big black guy?
I'm going to hit him. I'm going to hit him like a motherfucker.
Heidi.
Don't make me get my wife.
Don't make me get Heidi. She's crazy. I'm going to tell her that I didn't recycle and you're dead meat, motherfucker.
In that same voice.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
You don't even know what
Oh,
happened in our house.
his southern voice, yeah.
Yeah, it's Louisiana voice.
Yes.
But let's touch on that, though. That's a very sound rule. Stick up for yourself, never back down from a bully, and don't bully anyone. That's 100% one of our mottos that we talk about between our kids.
It bothers me when other families they don't make that a rule in their home. And it's, my son's not a bitch, but he doesn't really know how to fight that good yet. Like, he's not a fight. We don't do that in our house. Like, we're not talking like kick that kid's ass, fuck him up.
Well, I mean, let's be clear, right? As of a year ago, if Norm was putting the moves on you, you couldn't defend yourself anyway.
Are you kidding me? He was 7.
Yeah, but you're not getting off the floor.
You're right. You're right.
Kick him in the nuts.
Oh no, I told him. I mean, no, we're in that we're in that phase right now. Of 8 years. He's 8 years old. He's getting a little bit of sensitivity. I told him I owe him 7 times, 7 good kicks to his nuts. And he told his mother. I'm like, I goes, what do you mean you're going to kick me in the nuts? I'm like, you've kicked me in the nuts 7 times that I remember that hurt me inside. It hurt me. I mean, kicked him out of my asshole. But it's time I'm going to get him back. Sorry, I went too far with that, guys. Was that not funny enough?
No, that was
You guys
good.
Well,
faded off.
on the whole bully thing, I always because I hated bullies, but I was like, what makes a bully? Is it the parents, or is it just in their genetics? Like,
No, it's the parents. It's the parents.
I would agree with that. It's tough also, right? Like, so 3rd grade was a pivotal year in our school. We had all the alpha kids all in one class. And
Doyle rules.
basically,
Rules.
and it was a pecking order. And I'll tell you what, he never backed down once. And the one kid that was the alpha amongst all kids, he kicked him right in the junk. And Wesley Hall up and smacked him right in the face.
It really is one of those things. If you hit them fucking right, they back down like little bitches.
And I tell him that I was like, if your mouth starts it, you're in trouble. But if you finish it, I'll back you every second of the way.
No, that's sound advice. I'm just starting. I guess I'm just starting this journey really because we send Norm to a private school. We don't deal with this stuff, and this is the first time he's gone to like a public camp. So it's been like the last 2 weeks. It's been every other day. I'm hearing nonsense coming out of the school, like bad language, stories, random crazy stories. Like he's hearing some shit I've never even told. I haven't told him yet, and it's kind of funny. Because he'll come home and ask me questions, and I'm like, "Who the hell? What are you? Who told you this?" And let me share a quick story. We spent this past weekend in Enchanted Forest and camping at Old Forge, and it was a fun family weekend. But guess who was watching YouTube? Because one of his buddies told him how to get there from camp. He watched a little bit of those Cocaine Bears. Cocaine Bear movie, and let me tell you something.
Did you catch him outside like with baking soda, like trying to get a bear?
He crawled down from the top bunk first night at Old Forge. I heard his feet hit the ground. He jumped up in bed next to me. I'm like, "What are you doing?" He's like, "Dad, I gotta be honest with you." I'm like, "What?" He's like, "I don't want you to get mad, but I kind of watched a little bit of that bear movie." I'm like, "What movie are you talking about?" He's like, "That Cocaine Bear." I'm like, "What?"
It wasn't The Great Outdoors.
I'm like, "Are you kidding me right now? Do not tell your mother that you watched this movie. You're gonna
And make sure when you do cocaine, you eat it like the kids did.
Yes. Yeah.
That part's great. They're like,
But that's what I'm worried about with this movie. Like, what was he watching? Was he watching the cocaine being done by the kids, or was he watching the bear chew off somebody's leg? I mean, that movie terrified the shit out of me.
I've never seen it, but
Don't watch it. Don't watch it. They go
part
camp.
where the kids find it is hilarious.
Oh.
When the boys like acting like, yeah, I know what to do, and they start eating it with a spoon.
Pure cocaine with a spoon. Are you kidding me?
I feel like I could run up that mountain real quick.
Oh, my
Who wants to
God.
time me?
It was just terrifying, and he, for 2 days, was just the 2 days we're up there. I'll be honest with you, we got up the second night, and he tips me. He's like, "Dad, I gotta go to the bathroom." I'm like, "Okay, let's go." So we open up the door, and he's like, "Where do I go?" I'm like, "Well, you can't walk to the bathroom; it's too far away. So just piss off the deck."
There's bears up there, right?
Yeah, they're
yeah,
everywhere.
they
They're
camp out.
everywhere.
Yeah, that's right.
And he knows that because we talked about it. So he walks out to the edge of the deck. He's half asleep. I kicked him in the butt, and I slammed the door. I go, "Get him!"
He's a dinner bell.
Oh, he's pounding on the doors, crying. He cried for like 20 minutes. He was so mad at me. He was so
Yeah, but it's a great dad moment.
So I'm
right
guessing Heidi must have been sleeping.
Yeah, she didn't hear it, but she heard it, and I think I paid for it on the way home. But it's okay. I don't.
Oh, that was just a bad dream. I wouldn't do that to
I
him.
wouldn't do that to you. I'm glad. You know what? He won't watch that movie again. I told him that. But these are things he's learning at camp. Like these kids are opening the doors. They're showing him, and he's a genius because he's just sucking it up
They
like
really
a
are.
sponge.
They really
They're
are at that
showing him
age.
everything.
You know, the funny thing is the fact that they find fear in those things, right? Like you gave him the experience. Whenever he gets mouthy and stuff, I'm like, "Oh yeah, you want to see?" And I go to pull it up on YouTube. He's like, "No, I'm not gonna watch that."
That's right. He's afraid of.
Oh, really?
Anything.
Is he really?
He's afraid of reality.
Oh my God.
Well, my niece and nephew, every time they would come in town and sleep over, I'd always put a Chucky doll underneath their pillow when they woke up.
Oh my God.
Oh, tell the Annabelle story.
Oh, the Annabelle, yeah. I had the mask and I just sat there like my head in the doorway.
No, you did not.
Yeah, Olivia's
It's
like
terrifying.
fucking 6 years old.
It's terrifying. Are you
Dude,
kidding?
when I was that age, my dad was having us watch Faces of Death. Like,
Yeah, right.
You gotta start them early.
I'm telling you, I was that age, and my father took us to the drive-in. It was an old drive-in in Liverpool at this time to see the
Oh, I
movie.
remember that place.
Yeah, remember that?
Yeah.
And we watched the movie Jaws.
Oh,
and
great.
How old are you?
I'm old because Jaws was in the drive-in movie, the drive-in
Like
theater. at that time.
74.
I mean, he's older than you.
Well, no, it was like I think I was. Yeah. It
No,
was
Jaws
probably,
came out in 74.
Yeah. I was thinking it was 81 when I watched it, but
The year
long
of our
story
Lord.
short, he let us watch this whole movie, and then the next day we went fishing.
Be more funny.
So we went fishing. This is kind of funny because we went fishing the next day up at the St. Lawrence. We did it every weekend. He always took us fishing. My father jumps off the boat, swims to the next island, screaming that I'm going to die. Screaming. That you're going to die if you don't get out of the boat and swim to the shore. I didn't go back on a boat until I was 14 years old. I was terrified forever. I don't know. I can't imagine what I did to my son this weekend with that bear.
So,
But-
quick question.
Yes.
When you were a little, say like 6 or 7, did you take showers with your dad?
No.
Never. Maybe my mom, but not my dad.
No,
And it wasn't for anything other than my mom was just washing me up.
Yeah, but so what the fuck is wrong with my? Okay, that might explain some stuff.
Oh, wait, you saw
So-
some dad dick, did you?
Oh yeah. Like that. We would take showers together, and
It's like a perfect little curve.
Well, because Tom Segura talks about it in his new special, and I was like, "Oh, I'm not the only one." Well, I just remember like in the corner crying because the big hairy snuffleupagus thing. I thought he was peeing on me.
Shut up! I'm gonna hit you with
I
this.
thought he was peeing on me, but it was just the water like running off his dick.
Dad,
Don't look up.
Dick. That's so messed. Dad, there's water running off your dick right now. Dad, I can't stop staring at your dick.
Actually,
I
after
knew
the,
that was weird.
I don't know if it's weird because I think there's moments where like Norman will walk in, I'm changing, and I'll walk in, he's changing. I'm not we're like checking each other out, but there's different.
Well, you gotta expose him to that. Like, so we're at the Solve Youth Center from time to time,
You're
and
like, you got a small dick.
You got a small, Daddy. You got a small dick. My dick's bigger than your dick, Daddy. That's a small dick.
and you just have to expose him to that, right? Like, because one thing I learned that in the middle school they don't even do locker room changing anymore.
No.
I used to hate that. Then you always had the one guy that would just walk around naked, like
With a
come
big,
on,
the
dude.
big dick.
Dick is so big.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, my son was having.
I'm
that.
moving to San Francisco because my dick is
That's
so
a big dick. My son was getting measured up this year at school. We had a note home saying the
Was
kid
it his dick?
they're measuring dicks in the bathroom. My son got involved in it. He was just like they're all there, their pants down. They're all got their dicks in their hands. They're measuring dicks in a private
hilarious.
school.
Mine's 4 fingers, dude.
Yeah, we
Boom.
got a note home, and the note was kind of like it wasn't graphic, but it was telling us that the boys were the boys were caught in the bathroom measuring their wieners. Oh God! Hey, I go.
You know what?
"Did
To be a boy.
Well, I asked Norm, I go, did you win or did you lose? Where were you? Where in the
Yeah.
middle of the road? Tell me where you were. Were you in the middle of the road? Because there's a couple boys.
If you lost, it's because your mom's side of the family.
There's a couple boys in that class that their dads look like they swing some big dicks. So, I was like, just tell me your dad's we're Irish and Scottish, a mixture, so it's going to be small and curved to the right.
It's more like a soup can, right?
Short and thick does a trick.
Like a tuna can.
Yeah, that's what?
There's room for everybody.
Long and thin, too far in.
So
I'm gonna
Saturday, no, you guys aren't going, but so Saturday we got the big tubing event.
Yeah, what is that?
We're going, I guess, to float in the water and drink, and nothing bad could happen, I'm sure. Bunches of us from the CrossFit place.
Wait, I gotta ask though. What do you do if you gotta go to the bathroom?
Oh, you just piss, I guess. Kristen already laid that out. You just pee. There's a mesh bottom.
Oh, you piss in the water.
Yeah.
That just took my breath away, guys.
So you guys, make sure you watch the news that night because, I'm sure there'll be a body missing with 17 White Claw cans floating around.
Oh, that's Jen.
Wow.
No, that'll be 3.
3 white.
Oh, actually, we're bringing the Sunny D drink, so.
Oh shit.
Wow.
It's going to be a lot of fun. Bunch of
And where's that taking place?
Yeah, where's it?
Watertown, right?
Yeah, Black River.
Black River, yep.
Yeah, it's actually a really famous river for whitewater rafting and tubing.
Well, I've done the whitewater rafting up there, and I don't know, is it the same,
Yeah, you'll just be farther upstream, right, out of the rapids.
Yeah.
Having grown up there, one of the things I really love about the Black River isn't just those activities, but like fishing. Like it's so much fun. You can go right down there, right in the city of Watertown, go fishing, catch bass.
When we went rafting, it was like a big storm just went through. And at first I'm like, oh, this is fucking stupid. And then I was like, holy fuck.
I'm gonna die.
I'm like holding on to Jen. I was like, because Jen's like bouncing up in the air, and then the guy's like some stoner guy. He's like, oh, this is fucking awesome. I was like, how about watch us? Like, it's like fucking watching Point Break.
How's your insurance, pal?
Watching Point Break, fucking.
Oh, this.
I think I just hurt myself, guys.
There's like a 32-year anniversary on that movie just recently.
Oh,
Wow.
Point Break.
32 years. Wow. He was just in town, Keanu Reeves.
Was he really?
Last week.
No way.
Guy at the bar.
Yeah, they were talking about it at the bar. I'm hurting so bad right now, guys. I'm telling you, I went too close. I went too far with
his
this.
stunt coordinator from a bunch of his movies, like John Wick's and Matrix, stuff like that. I guess he lives in Chittenango.
Yeah, you gave him a bunch of gifts.
Yeah.
No kidding.
I can't tell you what just happened to me, but something bad.
Why don't we
just
start
happened.
this
Stuff
roundup?
is too fucking
Go
strong.
ahead, hit that button. Let's do it again.
This stuff is fucking. That's strong, man.
One more time.
Wow.
Wow, I mean, I'm telling you, it's bad. I'm telling you that.
Yeah, I know.
This
I
is
hit
way
it.
stronger than the others.
That's
I need
brand
to step
new.
away. I got to blow my nose, guys. I'm sorry. Hang on 1 second.
All right, I'll play the commercial.
Oh, yeah. Play the commercial because I'm
Let's see if he did it right, or he,
Oh, my
he
God.
might be in the bath.
Bubba's old man nutsack rejuvenation system.
Don't do it.
Sick of that cold toilet water surprise kiss on your nuggets?
Need a barbell.
Had enough of getting your boys kneeled on when trying doggy style? 2 minutes a day, and Bubba's nutty ice bath will make those hangers high and tight. Shrinkage isn't always a bad thing. Order now and receive a free testy plunger to help get those bad boys out of your stomach. Bubba's nutty ice bath. Stay frosty, my friends.
Thank you, Bubba.
Thank you, Bubba. Okay,
I
I'm
came
feeling
with
a
that
little bit
at
better now.
4:45. That's why I was late.
I don't know what I just did. I don't know if I got too close. I don't think I got that close, but that is super powerful.
Oh yeah.
Like, that's inside.
Dude, we just saw Mike. It was hilarious.
It allowed me to hit 265 on the squat clean. I couldn't stand up with it though.
Really?
Yeah.
So right now I could probably lift up the building because I'm.
It's a, that's,
You
what-
can
that's,
lift up a yard pig.
Oh, yard pick.
see what he did there?
That was mean.
That's at least 265.
That was mean, Joe.
Make sure you wear a belt though.
You're white. belt.
Hurt your back.
Oh.
You know what? It's been. I think we might have killed Myrtle. It's been
Why?
like almost
Too
3
quiet?
It's been 3 weeks since we've heard from her.
Radio
So,
silence.
or offended her, or she died. But I've been checking the Fulton blotters and stuff like that. But
Maybe her life alert battery was dead.
There's
Yeah.
so many overdoses you can't see anything else. So,
Yeah, maybe her cats are eating her right now.
oh, that'd be
Thank you,
great.
Fulton.
Ugh, starting right at her ass. Her old, smelly ass and all that hair.
Oh wait, that goes back to last week's sponsor, right? Rusty buttholes.
Oh, no. Hair in my throat. Oh, my God.
Bubba.
I think a kingpin when you do that.
Oh, God.
Oh,
Rent
yeah.
stew.
You got to pay your rent.
that movie's an awesome movie.
That's a classic.
You got Munson?
Bill,
Yeah.
Bill Murray's amazing in that movie. He's amazing in every movie. But
Speaking. Okay, so bring it up. Have you guys seen the Royal Tenenbaums?
fuck yeah.
Oh, I love that.
I have not
movie.
seen that.
What?
I've not seen that.
The Royal Tenenbaums. What about the Life Aquatic according to Steve Zissou?
I've watched it one time, but Royal Tenenbaums my fault. Like
It's really up there.
Gene Hackman is fucking amazing.
Okay, I'm watching that tonight.
Dude, it is so good. Ben Stiller.
It's such an intricate story, right? But the brother and sister, the awkwardness.
He's got another movie. I just saw the trailer last night for.
Which one? Who?
Wes Anderson is it, or the guy that make those movies?
Oh, I'll have
Wes
to look
Anderson
for
or
it.
whatever his name is. It has something to do with aliens, but he gets like all these big name stars, and they're like a slow pace, but they're
Yeah, but when you got a good story, you're hooked.
like
Like as bad as Django was, it was a great story.
What? Are you kidding me right now? Do you like that movie?
I fucking loved it. You didn't like Django? What about the Hateful Eight?
Oh, I love that.
It's the same fucking
you're right,
movie.
you're
They're
right.
just in
I'm
the
sorry.
winter night
Django
by
was
Wyoming.
good.
did you
The
see the
Hateful Eight
new
was-
one with Brad Pitt and
Oh, is that the Bullet Train or the
No,
one where he's on the train?
no, it's something in Hollywood. It's like about a stuntman. Like it's kind of based on a true story.
Oh,
Tarantino's
yeah.
last
Keanu
movie.
Reeves. No, was it?
No, it's Brad Pitt and DiCaprio.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Either
Awesome,
way, it's got to be good.
awesome movie.
It's got to be good.
No, wait a minute. No, you're right. The Hateful Eight was pretty good. Django was. I was thinking of a different movie. That's a
Yeah,
good.
the guy doesn't make a bad movie.
No, he doesn't.
No, he doesn't. Like, regardless of the language or whatever the content might be, right? Like, you're sucked in because you see what's going on, and then all of a sudden it fucking pivots, and you're like, I did not see that coming.
Like,
And like,
every single one is just.
Like, I did not see in Pulp Fiction that guy getting fucked in the ass. Like, where did that come from? Guess what? I'm watching him now. That rapist getting sliced in half by Bruce Willis because he's got a fucking ninja sword. Where the ninja sword? He's in a
yeah.
pawn shop.
That's like your first film. Like,
So like,
well, actually, Reservoir Dogs was, but
oh my god,
he wrote that.
That's
He did.
another one. That's another one. I've actually got 2 DVD copies of that.
You have
It's
a
a-
DVD copy?
You're right. That's how old I am.
You're old.
Oh, I was gonna save this for next week, but I'll just say, what's a movie you've watched 100 times?
Easily those 2: Reservoir Dogs, Pulp Fiction, Jane, Silent Bob Strike Back.
Really?
Oh my god,
That's
yeah.
a weird one.
I just watched Gladiator again today. That's a good one. I
That's
love
a
that
classic.
movie.
Doing
That's
a
great
second one.
You are?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. I can't wait to watch that.
Yeah, but Gladiator holds up.
Thor.
Thor?
That guy.
Who's doing
Oh.
Thor though?
No, that Thor guy, whatever his name is.
Oh, he's going to
Helmsworth.
be the.
He's gonna be in. But
I think my all-time
the
favorite
big
movie I've watched.
Big Lebowski's I've seen.
Oh, that's
the
yep.
most.
Yep. Awesome killer movie.
Oh, fucking what's her name there? The girl from American Pie. What a top! I mean, she was like a dime back then.
You know what movie I've been watching a lot this summer is I've been watching The Great Outdoors. That's one of my favorite
yeah,
summer movies.
JC.
And remember the movie Summer Rental? I don't know if you remember that
Oh,
movie.
With fucking John Cusack.
Yeah, no, John Candy.
No.
Not John Candy.
The One Crazy Summer you're thinking of.
With Demi Moore, where she's young.
One of the funniest scenes
Oh,
ever in a
we're old.
movie. Fucking Bobcat, and he's got this twin brother, but they don't look alike.
Oh yeah.
And he's telling the story. He's like, was that story about you? He's like, nah. I was like, why are you so fat? I used to beat the shit out of him.
We're old. These are old movies.
Yeah, I mean, but those were believable.
Classics. Yeah.
Yeah, I make this
All the,
reference.
like, what the hell's the one where he's skiing? Cusack. Better Off Dead.
That's a good movie.
Yeah, that's a really
great
good
movie.
$2.
It's still on. It was on like free. One of the free channels on your smart TV.
You know, I fully believe in this. I wouldn't know a famous person today if I was standing next to them, unless they were somebody from the 80s or 90s, because that's when movies were a production. You saw the commercials because we watched real TV, real cable, these mass manufactured products that we get from Netflix, Amazon, Hulu, whatever. I don't know any of these fucking people.
I really don't. That's true. That's very true.
So, I mean, like a John Cusack, he comes to Syracuse all the time. If I saw him, I'd be like, hey, I'd want to shake his hand and be like, hey, what's the fuck? How's it going, man?
Now, would you, if you saw that movie star or that TV star that you love, and he's walking down the street, are you going to have the balls to walk up and say, hey,
No
how
problem.
are you?
No problem. I'll tell you a funny
What's he going to do?
It's not a funny story. Like, my aunt is a stunt woman in Hollywood. Her name is Joanna Shelmadine, Joe Stunts at Instagram or... I'm sorry, Aunt Joe. But either way, she's been in Hollywood since 1980-something. Be more funny. But she's done movies with, who the fuck? The guy from Boogie Nights, the guy with the mustache. What's his name?
Burt Reynolds?
Burt Reynolds. He's dead now, right? She's done movies with him, Cop and a Half. She's been on all sorts of episodes of Law & Order SVU. She was in The Sopranos. If you remember in season 5, Tony's mistress is cooking him breakfast, sets herself on fire with her fucking apron. That's my aunt.
Really?
Yeah, she's a fucking accomplished, well-accomplished fucking...
Your aunt got banged by Tony Soprano?
Probably James Gandolfini. Got one lucky dude.
So what's she doing now?
She's still a stunt woman. She's actually, and she does stunt coordination. So if there's a part she's not cast for, she gets immersed in how to safely execute these stunts so people don't get hurt. She's been hit by cars. Here's a throwback movie. Remember My Psycho Killer Beach Party? You would have saw it on USA Up All Night.
USA Up All Night, yeah.
With Gilbert Gottfried, right?
Yeah.
The girl that's climbing up the fucking drive-in movie theater screen thinking she's going to get away from the killer and that's a safe place to go, that's my aunt.
Wow.
Yeah, she's really, I mean, if you know the nuances of some of these movies, right, you would like, oh yeah, you know that movie? Well, my aunt's been in those movies.
I mean, I wouldn't brag of her being in that movie, but...
No.
Was she in Biodome too? Like,
she might have been.
That was a blast.
I'll say probably, she's been in, remember Surge? The drink Surge.
Oh, yeah.
She was in that commercial where they did this slingshot where they pulled people back like 100 miles an hour with a slingshot and she's like, Surge! Right?
Yeah.
She was in that. She rode, at the time, a Smokin' Joe CBR 900RR across the fucking desert in Desert Valley, California, at like 130 miles an hour. And that was her.
She seems very cool.
National commercial. She's amazing. Shout out Aunt Joe.
Shout out Aunt Joe. That sounds like a fun life.
So to the point, right? Famous people. That's how I got on this rant. She invited me to the Taurus Red Bull Stunt Awards where The Rock hosted it. And I never met The Rock, but I got to meet Mr. T, some dude that choked out Steven Seagal because he's a cocksucker on set. And all these people, like in Hollywood, the girls from Charmed, like Rose McGowan in real life, you look at her and you're like, whoa. They're like breathtakingly beautiful.
The girls from what?
Charmed.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, fuck you. You know who I'm talking about. Rose McGowan, Marilyn Manson's little sex puppet.
Yeah.
Oh, that was like a CW show or something.
Yeah.
But it doesn't matter because when you saw them, you were like, holy shit. Shannon Doherty?
Super hot.
Holy shit. But either way, no problem going up to celebrities.
Every time I see a famous person, I always say, oh, that can't be him. And it ends up being him. Like, all the time out, like at the casinos out in Niagara Falls, like all the bills, like Drew Bledsoe. He was like right next to me. And I was like, well, yeah, it looks kind of like Drew Bledsoe. And like a half hour right next to him. And then all of a sudden, people started getting autographs. I was like, son of a bitch. That was him.
I mean, years back, I used to...
Cheap motherfucker. He actually tipped the waitress a quarter.
What?
When he was making $100 million with the bills.
Wow.
Yeah, that's what happens when you break your knee.
We, years back, I used to work, I did local radio, and we would always...
Did you?
Yeah. We would always have, like, the Funny Bone celebrities come in. Now, they're local stars, and they'd come and do their hour set because they want to do comedy at this point in their career. But you never knew what you were going to get. And there would always be a Friday morning where they would come in right at 7, and Funny Bone would pull in with their truck, their limousine. They'd drop these people off. You know what star it was. You knew the star, but you know what kind of star you were going to get. You know if you're going to get star power, or if you're going to get an asshole, or you're going to get somebody that didn't want to talk to you. And there was a few mornings where it was like, this is the best job ever. I keep...
You listen, you're not part of the Turbo team! Don't run!
Joe, that's too bad. Like, see, you just got it now. You just got it.
Stronger.
Wow, it's too...
I'm going to go for a third round.
Don't. I'm telling you, I'm never doing that. That hurt me. I would just spend 15 minutes...
I don't know how we
trying to
didn't
get
kill
back
Matt last week.
That
He had
did-
that- he
right
had
to his
right-
face. What is it? Is it brand new? Nope.
Batter
Nope,
up.
no way. I can't do it again. 'Cause that really I just spent the last 8 minutes of my life hating my life because I couldn't even talk. You guys were talking. And
That's okay. I was up at 3 a.m. and couldn't fall back asleep. I had to do 5:45 class. Woo! Let's go.
Wait, you started doing this?
I am now.
Oh,
Are you going to be? Yeah, no. Sorry, no. I'm done.
I don't have one at home. Yeah, I do it when I get here.
I mean, I'm still tasting it. I'm going to taste this all day long. It's in my throat. How?
so to go on that ice bath that Newman's definitely gonna be going into because he's definitely gonna fuck up eventually. What are the benefits to that though?
Truthfully, there's a lot of benefits. The greatest thing is that we're going to do it for fun as a gimmick or a punishment, but some of the health benefits, are for autoimmune disease, not autoimmune disease, but immune health.
Well, I think the biggest benefit is
I was in the pool!
shrinkage.
Yeah, how do you fix that? But how long should I stay in the ice bath?
To start, you want to fight the best you can to stay in for at least a minute. But I think a recommended dose would be about 3 minutes, and that'd be something you'd want to work up to over time.
3 minutes.
3 minutes.
3 minutes. And how cold is this going to be?
Well, as cold as we can make it. Joe's got, 1,100 pounds of ice?
32 degrees, but I was doing some research. If you put salt in there, it makes it colder.
No way.
Yeah, the salt water goes down like 28 or something.
So we'll buy some
What?
salt potatoes and just put a bag of salt in there.
But can this hurt you at all? I mean, if can it hurt you if you?
So, it can hurt you if
Only
you.
one way to find out.
It can hurt you if you spend too much time in there. Obviously, hypothermia is a real thing.
Yeah, I did some damage.
And then,
It's crazy. It got you. Did it just get you, Joe? Because it just got me.
No, it's like so. I think it's a stroke.
how's your right side? Does your right side feel okay?
No, it actually is my right side, but
Oh God, Joe, don't go down.
So yeah, I mean, you can suffer from hypothermia if you're not smart enough to get out of the bathtub. But as far as risk, it's very minimal. Your heart rate will go up. Remember back in Fear Factor when people do those challenges where they dive into the ice pool and they'd have to do like unlock a lock, or untie a rope.
Yeah.
But they would always do that in cold water. So you have to manage your heart rate, your breath. But your heart rate's going to go through the roof, and your breath is you're going to become erratic. So you want to be able to manage that in the nose, out the mouth, because you don't have to submerge your head.
You're just gonna sit.
you're
in a
trying
tub.
to scare him out of this.
The biggest thing is right. It's like that's like hypothermic state. What happens is all of your body temperature, all of your heat goes to the center of your body, protect your vital organs. And what happens is it sends blood or increased blood flow to the brain because you're trying to protect those components of your body. That's nature just taking over, trying to save your life. And that's your body. So thank you to your body. But overall, you get reduced inflammation. It protects the brain from degenerative disease, improves your immune system. So those are some of the benefits as well.
So it's gonna help me lose weight.
Absolutely. But let's talk about how that happens, right? So when your body takes all of that heat to the core and protects all your vital organs, something called brown fat, which I believe is in your cervical spine, that gets activated chemically, right? And then all of a sudden you start burning white fat or whatever it's called, and over time you just become a fat burning machine. So even though we're going to do this for a gimmick and a lot of fun, I'm hoping that it's beneficial to all of us.
I saw a lot of brown fat at the DMV.
Oh, wait. You went to the Fulton DMV?
Yeah,
Oh,
a lot of pajama pants.
Oh my God.
Pajama pants and Crocs.
Insane that people go out like that.
They don't care. It's the DMV also. So it's come on. It's the best people watching it. The DMV.
All right,
You went
so
to Fulton.
we're gonna
Jeez.
end with a bang here. So I went to the Middle Eastern Festival.
Oh, tell me.
Oh God. How was it?
There's very attractive Middle Eastern women.
That went
yeah.
a different direction.
yeah.
But they do not like it if you volunteer to pat down for suicide vest. They frown upon that, I guess.
Really? Oh my God.
I had a guy yelling at me with his hummus vodka breath. Like,
I would kill you. I
Um,
would kill you.
but it was literally, the songs are like a half hour long.
Okay.
Like,
Oh, we witnessed some
How
of
was the
that.
food though? Was the food?
yeah, food was great.
What kind of spice?
What kind of spice?
Yeah, was it like curry based or was it like chili powder, some sort of like weird,
Well,
not Mexican Pueblo powder, obviously.
Well, I don't know. What's Middle Eastern? I don't know.
Yeah, but their women are gorgeous. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I went
they're
after
dark.
one. I went after one like I think I was in my late teens. She's gorgeous, just came out of nowhere. She was at a party and we just it just went off.
Is
the charts.
Bosnia considered the Middle East?
I don't know.
That's Russia, isn't it?
But I will say this: she was so sweaty. I never forgot her. I mean, that's what we're talking about right now. But I never forgot her because she was so sweaty.
Well, if I'm talking Russians, I'm telling you, when I lived in Utica, some of the Bosnian women, same thing you're describing, just amazing.
Oh, sick bodies, just hairy. I love. I see. But I'm an '80s person. I love hair. I love a big hairy bush.
Give me that
What-
bush.
I don't equate Russians and hairy.
I never banged a Russian. I saw a Russian naked. I never got to do it, but I tried. I did try. Drank a lot of vodka that night.
I just be telling her, call me Drago.
I must break you.
If you die, you die.
If you die, you die.
But to rehash that, so our buddy Tom, his daughter had a Jordanian wedding, and I will say that was the only time a band handed me a business card that he grabbed out of the back of a donkey cart.
Jesus Christ. Oh my God.
But the best part about that, I go, Allah Akbar or something like that, and that's right when the music stopped.
Oh my
Right
God.
when the music stopped.
Did you just leave right away,
And
Joe?
like, just echoed across the whole hall.
And that's a bye. See you later. Oh my God.
Yeah, hands down, though, it was a great wedding. Tom really knows how to spend money.
Oh my God.
Yeah, we got busted trying to eat free meals, but hey, Tom paid
What
for
the
them.
fuck? Nah. You brought that up.
Like, you know, the people don't show up, and it was like steak and stuff like that.
Tom easily paid like $40 a plate. We had two
It was
fucking
170.
a plate. Oh my Lanta! Fucking two people didn't show up at our table. Both ordered steak, and it came with garnish. Right?
Yeah.
I looked at the guy next to me, who was some fucking weird dude, and I was like, "You want to split that?" And he's like, "Well, yes, I do." And of course, I cut that shit in half, but I took the bigger half.
Yeah.
So I ate my steak.
There
plus
comes
half
wedding
that-
planner.
Yeah, wedding planner, cunt face, fucking comes over and
Well,
it's like,
where are they? I was like, oh, they're all smoking a cigarette. And she goes, okay. And she's like staring at us the whole time. Like, it's fucking paid for. Why the fuck you care?
They took it, put it back on a hot plate, and they would save it for the other person when they showed up.
But
But you
No.
know them fucking kitchen
The
staff
kitchen
fucks.
staff's eating it.
Yeah,
I'll be honest with you, I worked for
Yeah,
a
no shit.
wedding venue for
I
a
know.
very, very long time. We did this upscale wedding for this amazing family, and they had lobster and steak. It was it was like a surf and turf meal. Big, huge lobster tails and these monster steaks. And the same thing happened. People didn't show up, so there's extra food in the kitchen. The dad knocks on the kitchen door, walks back. He's like, "Can you guys do me a favor? Can you wrap up all those lobster tails?" And the owner of the establishment was like, "No." He's like, "Well, I paid for them." He's like, "No, you didn't. You paid for an experience. This food cannot leave my premises because if you get sick, it's going to fall on me. It doesn't work that way."
Well,
He's like, but
that's
the
a lie.
dad fought him.
Dude,
He
that's
wanted
a
the
lie.
steak. He wanted the lobster. He wanted things that were left over to take home with him.
Yeah, no, fuck that. I want
Doesn't
my.
work that way.
It happened at my wedding too. I got married to Francesca's, and that food's delicious.
Yeah.
I did family style buffet at every table, 2 mains, 2 sides, and the only thing I fucking regret about getting married is not bringing that food home with me. The only person who was smart enough would go with my grandmother. She walked up, she's like, "Hi, can I get a plate to go?"
Well, I got married at Dave and Buster's, and everyone got 10 tickets. So.
Oh, they got the wristbands.
That's great. 10 tickets and a drink chip. That's great.
Okay, so
Oh my
hopefully we
God.
redeemed ourselves a little bit from last week. And
Yeah.
I can't wait till Newman fucks up.
Well, you know, I will take it for the team for what I did last week. I do feel bad. I do know that it's coming, and I will take my due punishment. But I don't know if I
Get
can
rid of that
do
brown
that.
fat.
You know, he says this is a punishment. But we're willingly gonna do this shit anyway.
Yeah,
He's
we're-
off camera.
Well, no, because I went home today. Like I said, I tried this in the shower for 20 seconds, and
I
it
love
was
you
ice.
compared the shower to ice water.
It was freaking cold. I don't like cold showers, and it was cold.
Tell you what, here's
They
the
were
next
shrinking.
step. Is it a shower or a shower tub?
It's a shower tub.
All right, fill
No,
that
his friend
fucking
was
full
old
up.
when he was fat. Like the door opened, so you know.
Oh no! Let me tell you something. You know how long
Got me.
you know how long it's been since I've been able to take a bath. I tell you, we do have a bathtub, and I was a fat ass about 2 years ago, and I said I'm going to take a salt bath because I was hurting.
So you filled it up ankle deep and it went over your head?
I filled it up, and you would hear me squeeze in my fat ass into it. I'm in the tub now. Here's the most embarrassing
You gotta
part.
watch that movie, The Whale.
Yes, I'm in this tub, and I'm sitting pinned in like a fat kid. The water gets cold, and I'm trying to get out of the tub.
Nobody on this camera knows too. I mean, like I don't even realize it, but you were like, and I don't want to be mean to you.
You
but
can-
were
you can
fucking
say it. It
fat.
doesn't
You were
offend me.
Fucking fat.
I was fat,
I
and-
didn't see it like with you in front of me. But seeing the pictures of you
Yeah.
with you in front of me today,
Yeah.
120 pounds.
I'm being honest with you guys. It's
AIDS.
It's AIDS.
What's for dinner?
You can eat anything if you have AIDS. I ate at McDonald's 3 times today, but guess what? It's AIDS. It doesn't matter. It just comes right out of you. I'm just kidding. I don't have AIDS. That's my
All right, with that, see you next Tuesday.
Oh, my
2
God.
claps.
Oh my God. It was embarrassing. And, you know, you're not in a flattering state. You're just sitting there fat and stuck. Guys,
they jerk off and how the 60 in the water.
Come on, you know jizz looks
What's
like
that
when
white stuff?
When jizz hits the water, it gets kind of like
Oily?
what is it, like slime? Remember the old slime you used to get when you were a kid on the machine? You're like getting
I don't lie. It was
up your
just
skin.
jizz. It's jizz.
You gotta shoot it right into the drain immediately. Never shoot it on your skin, especially with hairy legs. That fucking hurt me this week. That hurt me. Like I could not talk. I couldn't even see.
I felt like this was a
It
great,
took my breath away.
fucking seamless episode.
Yeah.
It took my breath away. Did you see me? Did you hear?
No,
me?
that's definitely stronger.
I
Good. It was like fucking Michael.
Well, let's put it off to the
Get on
side.
get on the bar, man. You're gonna lose it. And he's like, I can't see though. I can't see.
Holy shit! I took my.
Oh, and then Dom saying anything about his lift. How it,
I asked him about it. Yeah, he said it was like a 30-second lift or
it was
whatever.
like literally 12 seconds. It was insane. I'm like, all right, you're gonna drop it. You're gonna drop it. Like, what the fuck? And then he just all of a sudden got it. Because I was like, I think Ben got 215. He asked what you got. I was like, I think he had 215. So like, I gotta get this.
I love the peacock.
I feel like I saw some tough shit because I get dark.
Is that still recording now?
Oh. Oh, I should see you.